Okay, so let's talk about that episode of Moon Knight and let's just get right into the ending. So, after pretty much finding out, well, Layla herself, that Mark had something to do with her father's death, thanks to Harrow talking about it, we're pretty much left in a state of where the fuck is the show gonna go, right? So, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe right now. We're gonna be covering the episodes as they drop. We talk other stuff as well on the road to 21,000 subscribers. Let's get to it, but let's get right into this ending right here. So as I said, Harrow pretty much says that Mark was one of the mercenaries during the time of Layla's father's death, which was one of the things that was going to sort of like split them, as we have heard throughout the whole show. And then by the end of it, we actually see Harrow does indeed shoot Steven, and Steven's down, he's out, and we're pretty much wondering, is this it? Is this the end? And then he goes through like this sort of like transcendence feeling, if you will, and then we see him in a hospital. So this was one of the big things that they had said, where everything was sort of going to start to feel like, wait, what the hell is going on? We had heard many people talk about this as well, and then we see that this is actually a hospital where we see many people that we see in the show, including Layla, and it makes us feel like maybe Mark was here this whole time. But then we start to happen to wonder, no, there's something else going on here. There's somebody who is trying to sort of give Mark a message of sorts. And initial thoughts for me was maybe Harrow's locking Mark here, but then by the end of it, we think we might have an answer as to what is going on here. So as Mark tries to run and escape where he is right now, he does end up running into Steven, and then they try to potentially leave where they are right now until they open a door, and it's Taweret, an Egyptian god we had heard about, the hippo, and she's just like, hi. And it's pretty much like, what the fuck is going on? Steven and Mark just end up screaming, and we cut to black. 2 episodes left, and here we are with so many questions, not knowing where we're going. But let's just break down what we think is going to happen. So as I said, they did tease this episode a lot, especially when it was first premiering Moon Knight. They said by episode 4, you're going to be questioning what exactly is going on here. Where do we go from it? And I could see that. I definitely see that, especially with this. And now we're here just thinking, okay, what does this hippo have to do with everything here? So as we know, Steven did indeed get shot by Harrow, and we pretty much believe he could be dying at this point. But I think that the Egyptian god Taweret, who was the hippo, is actually trying to stop all of this from happening. And the only way to do this is by making like their mind whole. As we know, Steven, Mark, all these other personalities, Jake Lockey hasn't been really formally introduced here, but we're pretty sure they're going to be in the show, are just a split mind that make up the hero of Moon Knight. And I think that the whole reasoning behind all of this is that the only way that Moon Knight can go face to face, head to head with Harrow as well as Ahmed is if that hero is put whole. So Taweret knows this as well, and I think they're trying to make this like right. They're trying to get Steven to get all of these characters, Mark, whatever you want to call them, and make sure that they're all in line. Now, we have seen Steven, we have seen Mark interact one-on-one, but we haven't really seen Jake, if he is indeed in this. And even though we've seen Mark and Steven interact, there's still sort of this butting heads and not really working in unison to try and like do what they need to do, and that's stop Harrow and Ahmed. So I think that Taweret is here to put it in order. Now, the design really was out of nowhere, especially when we saw it. It really does look like it's taken out of it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it works so well, and it really does make this show a lot better, in my opinion, by the way they look. So yeah, I think the next episode we're really going to be seeing Steven and Mark trying to find a way out of this hospital. I feel like Tawaret's going to explain that they have to find themselves even more before they're able to get out, in an effort to survive as well those gunshots that they received and actually become Moon Knight in this scenario here. So like I said, I think with 1 episode left, well, not 1 episode, but 2 episodes left, the next episode's going to be just in this hospital, and I think that it's just going to be a way for Moon Knight to find themselves and really find out who they are, also everything that they've done as well, and the tone for all of those things they've done. I think that the final episode will definitely be a showdown in the place where we left Marc and Harrow and Layla. And I feel like that's where episode 6 and the finale is really going to start and end as well. So episode 5 of Moon Knight, like I said, definitely going to be dealing a lot with the hospital we see Marc in, as well as trying to make Moon Knight whole once again in order for them to be able to go up against Amit. So pretty much a very interesting one as well. I like the whole change that happened as soon as he was shot and went through everything and then ended up in the hospital. A true mindfuck moment, honestly. And just very much so in tune with what we could expect from Moon Knight to happen. But like I said, I've made a video talking about what if we see Gore end up coming out in a post-credit scene taking out the gods here. I think that would be something insane to see, so check out that video if you haven't already. Should be linked in my bio. But yeah, I'm excited. Definitely this episode, just pure insanity, just delivering on top of everything we've already seen, and super excited to see where this show goes from here. Definitely not holding back and really playing with everything that Moon Knight should be playing, which is great. I love that this show is taking the risk to go out there and be just insanity and just really give us what we want. So super excited to see how it's all going to conclude. 2 episodes left. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this episode and its ending with the hospital. What do you think is going to be happening here? Why do you think Tara did this? As I said, I think they're trying to stop Steven from dying, and the only way to do that is to make sure that the Moon Knight personality is able to come out, and the only way to do that is just by having all of these different like personalities in their head finally come to terms and work in unison. That's my thoughts on it, but we could definitely be seeing something different as well. So let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, that is going to do it for me. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that like, comment, share, all that good stuff. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We're so close to 21,000, so super excited about that. And make sure you check out the video on the left once it pops up if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on social media, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff should pop up on the screen already. I was trying to record this on my camera, but my camera it ain't being good to me today, so I had to just record this on the microphone. But as always, make sure you check out my videos later today. We will have a video on the Ezra news, as well as the Leprechaun reboot, and also David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future. So a ton of stuff to cover as well. But as always, that is going to do it for me. As always, my friends, stay safe, stay positive.